What is going on, YouTube? Trey Tutter coming at you guys today with another Defender of Texel video singular. And of course, it's that time where we got to go ahead and go over the prize highlights for the Throne of Fire PvP event. Um, Me looking over this, I personally have to say that since I've been playing this game, this event has held the greatest fighters out of any event I've ever played. So this is one event that if you're able to, you definitely want to compete in. If you're able to, please compete because this thing has just the strongest fighters. I mean, every fighter besides one, which we're going to go over, is just a straight up destroyer, dude. And we're going to go over that right now. First, starting with our leaderboard prize, Abba Abba is a water champ, and he's also one of two legendaries that are first to come out with a self-use of 3 for 3. If you saw my first impressions video, you saw my reaction to that. I was kind of wowed by it, but it is true. He is one of two legendaries at this point in time that is able to self-use 3 for 3, which is brand new. All other legendaries were only able to self-use up to 2 for 2, but Mobage and DNA is changing it up on us this time. So we have Abamis, the legendary water champ. Of course, he's 3 for 3, so he is strong as, oh my goodness, this guy's powerful. HP 11296. So he has a ton of health. He's a champ, so of course he's going to have the heightened attack and defense. Wisdom and agility, not so much. For a legendary champ, especially one that self-uses another time, his agility is okay. It's definitely above average. But this guy's designed to be a tank. I mean, you see the very high HP count coupled with the pretty strong defense. This guy's designed to be a tank. He's going to be the legendary to just put that shield up and absorb that damage. But he can also put it out. 8,000 attack, Ice Quake, all elite. Definitely a new skill. And of course, it's an elite skill, so it's going to have that high damage multiplier. Coupled with the fact that it hits an entire line. There will probably be no survivors after this. So, new skill, array the cold hard facts against all foes, then let it snow. So, to my knowledge, having an elite skill that's also an all skill is not something that's extremely common. They only do it on particular fighters, so pretty much any fighter you see that combination on is one you want to have. Coupled with the fact that this guy's a legendary 3 for 3 and all that. I mean, this guy's a straight powerhouse. So if you're able to do it, you got the bits, you got the band. I highly recommend you climb that leaderboard and go for this guy. This guy is the bomb. So Alba Minsk, he's the man. Go for him if you can. Now, bracket battle. Of course, this is the one you're going to be getting every single day. At the end of the day, depending on what place you're in your bracket, we have, I'm going to call Asa Peka, which could be completely wrong, but you know DNA and their name is kind of difficult. But Asa Peka, yet another powerful fighter. Asa Peka is a fire guru. So of course, gurus have the heightened wisdom and heightened agility. So as you can tell by those stats, that is extremely high wisdom and agility for an epic fighter. We're going to go into more detail on that later, but this one's extremely powerful. Pyro Elite is her skill. So she's a single target guru. Not a new skill. A fire hex which sows a seed of pure heat in a foe. I kind of like her look. I don't know if that's a broom or a mop that she's riding, but I'm liking her look. She's looking pretty cool. But she's also extremely powerful. Found out today that she is an auto proc guru, and that is what makes her shine. If she would have had a cooldown of even one, she would not be as good as she is, despite the way her statistics are looking. But she is an auto proc guru, so Asa Peka is yet another beast. Definitely one that I'm gonna try to 5 for 5. The problem is she is gonna be probably the most difficult fighter to this day that I possibly going to try to 5 for 5, because this one's going to be expensive, and once again we're going to get into that a little bit later into the video. Let's move on to the next one. We got our points prize, Sidios. Like I said in my first impressions video, nothing new here. This guy's been around for a while. Most people use him to superfuse because he has very high HP for a rare fighter. But that's all we're going to say about him, because this guy's old news. So let's move on to the man himself, and my personal favorite, Akuma. I mean, Dread Dicipius. I'm just gonna flat out say that this guy is the king of kings right now. There isn't nobody holding a candle to this guy. He is hands down the most powerful fighter in the entire game, in my opinion. Dread Dicipius. We have ourselves a fire champ, legendary fire champ. The second of legendaries that is able to self-fuse 3 for 3. So there's only 2 of them right now. We have Abba Minsk, who we talked about previously, and then we have Dread Dicipius. The only 2 legendaries at this point in time that are able to self-fuse up to 3 for 3. So he's a champ. So of course the high HP, the high attack, and the heightened defense are going to be there. Wisdom and agility not so much, but yet still above average for a champ. Brand new skill, which if you were able to look on the page that kind of highlights this guy, you see him unleash the big raptor looking foot. Oh, that skill. I mean, this guy just, he's it, man. This guy is it. I mean, his look is he's the best looking fighter. He's the most powerful fighter. He has the best looking skill out of all fighters. I mean, this guy is it. He is the man, hands down. No arguments. I don't want to hear. He is the man. Jack Boot all elite. Once again, another fighter that has an all skill coupled with that elite multiplier. So, of course, yet another fighter who is probably going to take out a whole line effortlessly once that skill procs. Brand new skill. Power is a beast that tramples all foes underfoot. So this guy is just a straight up just powerhouse. I mean, he is the man. The only way you can acquire him at this point in time is through the paid build, Tyrant build. So if you want the most powerful fighter in the game, just throw some mobile coin down and get this guy. I mean, there hasn't been a build to date that is more worth it than this one here. So if you do possess the funds, I highly recommend that you get this guy. You don't have to get him 3 for 3, but at least 2 for 3, so you can get that cooldown, because he has a cooldown of 2-1. But that one cooldown takes effect at self-fuse 2 for 3. So you don't necessarily have to get this guy to 3 for 3. To my knowledge and research, self-fusing this guy up to 3 for 3 isn't really worth it anyway. His stats barely move once you get that final self-fuse in. So my recommendation is, unless you end up getting an extra one, and by extra I mean you have 5 dreads, there's really no use in 3 for 3 in this guy. Honestly, I wouldn't do it. I'll just keep the 0 for 3, because he'll be of much more use than self-fusing him up to 3 for 3 with this guy. But this guy is it. I mean, he is all of that with Kool-Aid chips and everything else. This is the high guy, period. All right, so that does it for our prize highlights. While I'm here on this page, let's go ahead and compare the man himself, Dread. Honestly, there's no other person worth comparing this guy to than Abamins, who's the other 3 for 3 legendary right here. So comparing stats, there's a difference of 1,261 HP, and Abamins has more, the higher HP. 3,666 more attack goes to Dread. 1,239 more defense goes to Avamis. 171 more wisdom goes to Dread. And 187 more agility goes to Dread. Now, they're both 3 for 3. They both have an elite skill that hits an entire line. And we know to this day that Dread Dicipius has a 2-1 cooldown. Because Obelisk is a leaderboard prize, we will not know his cooldown until the end of the event. Once the event is over and those who were at the top of the leaderboard have acquired this guy, then we'll know more information on his cooldown. But my guess is that it's going to be the same as Dread's. Um, there's just absolutely no way they'll make this guy auto proc. If they make this guy auto proc, then Dread's probably going to fall to second place because this guy's just going to be a straight out monster. But I don't think they'll do that. I'm thinking the cooldown is going to be 2-1, just like Dread's. So and if it's worse, then I mean he'll stay in second place because Dread is already the man, the biggest thing ever at this point in time. I'm really hoping y'all are catching on to how much I'm glorifying this guy because he is just it. And oh my goodness, Dread is the man. All right, now let's move on to um, another comparison. And I like to show you guys the exact comparison that I'm going to compare with the fighter, the new fighter that we got going on this event. Of course, I'm not going to compare Assidios. Who cares about him? No one cares about Assidios. I mean, he's a red fighter. He's not one you're going to be using in battle. He's purely super fused. So the closest comparison to Ace of Peka I found is Yasmin. I would consider her the closest because mainly the skill. I mean, Pyro Elite. Now let's do the stat difference. Ace of Peka is of course swamping Yasmin in every category. So with that in mind, comparing these two, 591 more health, 407 more attack, 259 more defense, 1,855 more wisdom, and 1,761 more agility. All goes to a sepulcher. Ace of Peka. Man, I'm confusing myself. So they're both Pyro Elite auto procs. So 0 cooldown, Pyro Elite. But yeah, Ace of Peka is just light years above Yasmin. So I figured that Yasmin is the closest comparison, but I figured I would compare Ace of Peka to I guess now I should say the former best guru on the game. So, one second while I navigate to this guy, bring him up on the screen for you so you know exactly who I'm talking about and why I'm deciding to compare Ace of Peka to this particular fighter. Here he is, right here. So, before this event started, this guy here, Sir Slow, was the best guru on the game. Now, let's compare stats. Once again, Ace of Peka trumping this guy in every category, which means we have a new King Guru. Or since she's probably a female, I would think, we'll say Queen Guru. Basically, the best guru on the game is Ace of Peka now at this time. All stats to Ace of Peka, 206 more HP, 145 more attack, 96 more defense, 591 more wisdom, and 564 more agility. They're both auto procs, but Asa Pekka is the best guru on the game at this point in time. Single target guru, I should say anyway, because her stats are trumping everybody. And so I wanted to make a comparison with this guy because Asa Pekka's statistics just kind of blew Yasemin out of the water. So I figured I'd even compare him to the best former guru on the game, and Asa Pekka's even trumping this guy. So you definitely want to try to go for Asa Pekka if you're able to. You got the bits, you got the band. Definitely try to place first place every day in that bracket. Try to get as many as you can, so you won't have to trade so much in order to 5 for 5. It's definitely worth it being the best guru on the game at this time. So that's the prize highlights for this event, guys. This event is, wow, it's just amazing. I mean, every fighter besides the old fighter is just a kaboom fighter. It's one that you want to have because there is nothing better. So if you're able to, you got the bits, you got the band, climb that leaderboard, place first every day in the bracket, and if you got the funds, do that tyrant build. Everything is worth it this event. If you're able to throw all your marbles in, man, go all in and do your utmost to try to place very high to get these fighters. They are most definitely worth it. So prize highlights video for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, favorite, subscribe, comment, share, and all of that. And of course, I will be coming back with more videos for you guys soon. So thanks for watching my Throne of Fire prize highlight event video, and I will be coming back to you guys with more videos very soon. So Trey Tutter signing off.